As the national capital gears up for Diwali celebrations, the Delhi government has ramped up its efforts to curb pollution through various measures. Now, one of which is the enforcement of a total ban on firecrackers. So far, 79 cases related to the sale and storage of firecrackers have been registered. Now, 19,000 kg of firecracker have also been seized. To ensure the effective implementation of the firecrackers ban, 77 teams of the Revenue Department and 300 teams of the Delhi Police have been mobilized across the national capital. Now, each winter, toxic smog engulfs Delhi and nearby regions, worsened by stubble burning in neighboring states. Now, the air quality in Delhi continues to be in the very poor category with AQI at 271. Now, there is no let-up in farm fires, with the highest number of stubble burning incidents reported all season from Punjab. Almost 40% of the cases were reported from Punjab. Now, Punjab recorded 219 fresh farm incidents on Tuesday, taking the season's count to 2,356, which is about, if you put that into context, about 55% less than the figure in the corresponding period last year, is what the official data showed. Taking all of this to my colleague Kritika Tiwari, who continues to do that job of keeping us ahead in terms of what the situation is looking like. Kritika, very good morning to you. Given the fact that the timing of this is essential with the festival which will begin from tomorrow in terms of the larger aspect of the D-Day. Having said that, you know, the seizure of these of these firecrackers also has two datas to be looking at. One, of course, we're given to understand it's better than the corresponding period last year, but it also shows that effectively you have usage of firecrackers still, which means that the situation, or rather the rule, is not being followed throughout. And while you point that out in terms of what we should know, the AQI still continues to be a cause of concern, although the numbers look a little better. But that is going to change in the next 24 hours, and we know what we're looking at in terms of a situation, Kritika.
Right. In fact, the early warning system does predict that if there are additional emissions from firecrackers and even increased emissions from stubble burning, we can be looking at a severe category reading starting from 31st. So that is extremely concerning. But in the backdrop of that, as you were saying, the over 19,000 kilograms of firecrackers that have been seized. What we've also found on ground is that a lot of firecracker sale had already started, and a lot of people had stocked up months in advance. So even though now a lot of traders are not selling firecrackers out in the open, specifically now that the ban has been enforced to its full might, people have already stocked up. It has been easy for people to travel to different cities in the national capital region and arrange for firecrackers as well. So the stockpiling has already happened. A lot of people do intend to burst firecrackers also. Teams have been deployed. Over 300 teams have been deployed of the Revenue Department as well as of the Delhi Police to enforce a stringent ban on the sale, especially the usage of firecrackers also. But over the years, we have seen visuals of this ban being flouted recklessly during the time of Diwali. And considering it's just tomorrow, this is a higher cause of concern. Now, we are also learning that the stubble burning cases are towards their peak. Yesterday, we recorded the highest number of cases across the 6 states. And specifically, Madhya Pradesh in the last 1 week has also surpassed Punjab. So definitely on ground, a lot of mechanisms that the state governments claim to have been enforced are clearly not giving us the desired results, because stubble burning is still on and it looks like it is only going to be increasing. Though at this point, I would also like to clarify that the cases are almost half of what we saw last year by 30th of October, in fact. But again, that is no respite in of itself. As of this morning, yes, Delhi is recording definitely a better AQI. We are at 270, and 9 stations as compared to 12 yesterday are only recording a reading over the 300 mark. So that is a respite, but then again we are at a point where this semblance can also be disturbed by additional emissions from firecrackers and from stubble burning. So it comes down to the police and to the officials to keep vigilant watch, and also to citizens and residents of the NCR to make sure that on their personal level also emissions can be controlled.
Right, Kritika. Thank you for drawing perspective on the overall situation, the data also that we're looking at. But more importantly, of course, we'll keep coming back to you through the day to keep us ahead. But it's a request to mask up. Although the numbers are looking better, you are exposing yourself to hazardous air, and we want you to keep safe in those conditions. Having